Picture this: no walls, no locked doors, no weapons factory down the street. Just open land, thick forests, and darkness falling fast. While somewhere nearby, a predator far stronger than any human is watching, waiting, and hunting. Now imagine you're not just trying to survive this world yourself. You're trying to protect a child too small to run, too weak to fight, completely dependent on you for every single breath of safety. This was daily life for prehistoric women. No security systems, no modern weapons, just raw instinct, community, and intelligence standing between their children and some of the deadliest predators to ever walk the earth: cave lions, saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, and packs of wolves that could tear through flesh in seconds. And yet somehow, humanity survived. Somehow, generation after generation of children grew up safe enough to become parents themselves. So how did they actually do it? How did prehistoric women, often carrying infants, gathering food, and managing entire family units, manage to outsmart creatures that were faster, stronger, and far more dangerous than any human alone could ever be? The answer is one of the most incredible survival stories in human history, and it reveals something powerful about human intelligence, cooperation, and the sheer will to protect life. In this video, we're diving deep into the real strategies prehistoric women used to defend themselves and their children, from clever use of fire and shelter to powerful community defense systems that turned vulnerable individuals into an unstoppable force. If you think survival stories can't get more intense than this, wait until you see what's coming next. The very first line of defense wasn't a weapon at all, it was fire. Fire completely transformed human survival, and prehistoric women played a critical role in maintaining it, especially during the night when predator attacks were most likely to happen. A well-maintained fire wasn't just for warmth or cooking, it was a psychological barrier that most predators instinctively avoided. Large cats and pack hunters like hyenas and wolves have a natural fear of open flame, and prehistoric communities used this knowledge constantly, keeping fires burning through the night in shifts, often with mothers stationed close to the flame while children slept nearby in the safest, most protected part of the camp. Beyond fire, shelter, placement played an enormous role in daily survival. Communities often chose cave entrances, rock overhangs, or elevated ground that limited how predators could approach, forcing any threat to come from a single, easily watched direction instead of being surrounded on all sides. Some evidence even suggests early humans built barriers using piled stones, thorny branches, or wooden stakes around sleeping areas, creating a physical wall between children and the outside world. Mothers were also incredibly strategic about timing, avoiding traveling during dawn and dusk, the exact hours when predators are most active and most likely to hunt. Every decision, from where to sleep to when to gather food, was shaped by an intimate understanding of predator behavior, passed down through generations of trial, error, and survival. This wasn't luck. This was deep environmental intelligence, built over thousands of years, and it saved countless lives. But protection didn't stop at fire and shelter. Prehistoric women also relied heavily on physical tools and sharp environmental awareness to defend their children directly. Early humans crafted simple but effective weapons, sharpened wooden spears, stone-tipped tools, and throwing rocks, all of which could be used not just for hunting but for defense against an approaching predator. Evidence from archaeological sites suggests that women were active participants in tool-making and were just as capable of using these weapons as men when danger arose. But perhaps even more powerful than weapons was awareness itself. Prehistoric women developed an incredibly sharp ability to read the environment, noticing disturbed grass, unusual animal tracks, sudden silence among birds, or a shift in the behavior of nearby animals, all early warning signs of a predator nearby. Children were taught from an extremely young age to stay close, move quietly, and freeze instantly at certain signals, essentially trained from infancy to respond to danger the moment it appeared. Group movement was another critical strategy. Rather than wandering alone, mothers often traveled in tight clusters with other women and children, using sheer numbers to confuse and discourage predators who typically target isolated, vulnerable individuals. Loud, coordinated shouting was also used as a defense technique, since many predators are startled or deterred by sudden, unified noise from a group. Every single one of these techniques required constant alertness, quick thinking, and split second decision making, transforming everyday mothers into highly skilled protectors capable of facing down some of the most dangerous animals in prehistoric history. Now, here's where the story becomes truly powerful because individual defense was never the full picture. Prehistoric survival was built on community. Early human groups operated on a system of shared protection, where childcare and defense responsibilities were distributed across multiple adults, not just biological mothers. This is often referred to by researchers as cooperative breeding, a system where grandmothers, aunts, and other group members helped watch over children while mothers gathered food or rested, creating multiple layers of protection around every single child. This meant a predator approaching a group wasn't just facing one vulnerable woman and child, it was facing an entire alert, coordinated unit ready to respond instantly. Communication played a massive role here as well. Early humans developed specific vocal warning calls and body signals to alert the group of approaching danger, allowing everyone, regardless of age or role, to react within seconds. Older children were often taught to help watch younger siblings, creating a natural buddy system that added yet another layer of safety. Even sleeping arrangements were strategically designed, with the most vulnerable individuals, infants, and young children placed in the center of the group, surrounded by adults on the outer edges acting as a living wall of protection. This wasn't random behavior, it was a sophisticated survival system built entirely on trust, cooperation, and collective responsibility. It shows that early human strength never came from individual power alone. It came from community, and that community based defense strategy remains one of the most important reasons our species survived at all.